We are now the #1 team in the nation. We are a 4-star program and coming off of one of the biggest victories of the entire series against what was #1 Oregon. We won that one 27-14, and it was a dominant victory for the Aggies. We didn't really run the ball all that well. Anthony Tobin was our leading rusher, but we discovered that we have a better receiving core this year than we did last year. It looked really good. And then offensively, John Winter, our new left tackle, looked every bit as advertised. Scott Flavors, the true freshman defensive tackle, looked every bit as advertised. And Miguel Catapano, our best corner, came away with an interception. Here's a look at the top 25 here. Arkansas is on our schedule here in the future. They are number 5 in the nation. Arizona with a week 1 victory is up to 17, and Tulane up to 23. So a couple of Pac-12 teams are in the top 25. New Mexico State is not a very good team at all. They are a 79 overall and led by quarterback Brian Buffelli, who has decent accuracy but a very weak arm. Something that I imagine our corners are going to be able to take advantage of. Defensively, they're not terrible. They have a couple of good players, but they don't have the supporting cast to join a guy like Garrison Boyd, who is an 86 overall and is a really good linebacker. So I do think that this is an easy opponent to face, but I think that teams like this can offer you a challenge at the same time, as they will get the football first, and it's Brian Buffelli, the 77 overall, big quarterback, 6'3", 233, as he will give this one to the running back on first down, and he's taken down for a loss. That's Paul DeBerry at running back for New Mexico State, and he's got a huge gain up the middle for a first down. Paul DeBerry with an 18-yard carry, as they're going right back to him on first down, and he's taken down by Garrison, and it's also going to be a holding on New Mexico State. It's an Aggies versus Aggies game today. 3rd and 18 now. Here is pressure, and Dylan Garrison gets the sack. 1.5 sacks last week in week 1 against Oregon, and he has 1 already in this one. As New Mexico State will punt this one away, and Steve Ellis fields it at the 26-yard line, takes it to the left, takes it back outside, and maybe picks up 6 yards on the return. I'm waiting for a huge breakout return for Steve Ellis. First down now as we go read option, and it's Anthony Tobin getting out of the pocket, and he slides down for a loss. Didn't want to take the contact. 2nd and 12, the curl route is caught by Zach Truin. Excellent coverage. Truin just boxed out the corner and made the play. 5 wide now, Tobin throws this one. It's caught by Darrell Ferkser, who breaks a tackle and picks up a first down. Took a little bit of contact there, a little shaken up. 2nd and 10 now, play fake. Here is Tobin throwing the deep ball to Qualls, and he can't come down with it. 3rd down upcoming for Utah State. They go with a tight formation here, and it's Lehman up the middle on 3rd and 10, and he picks up the first down. A gain of 12. Man in motion is Everett Eagles. It's a play fake now. Tobin will get out of the pocket, throws it, and it is dropped, intended for Ferkser. 3rd and 10 again upcoming for the Aggies, and that's going to be an offsides on New Mexico State. Moves them up 5 yards. 3rd and 5 now for Tobin. 4-man rush. Pump fakes, tries to get rid of it, and the pass is incomplete. 4th down upcoming, and Utah State's going for it. At the 30-yard line now, here is Tobin. Pressure, throws to the outside, and Qualls has a first down reception, and the Utah State offense moves into the red zone. Lehman on the toss to the outside, outruns the defense, and scores. Utah State on the board first. That was not as easy as I would have liked it to be. New Mexico State played some really good defense on that possession, and the running game kind of struggled other than that play right there. Buffelli on first down, throws to the outside, and it's caught for a first down. It's Trent Payne, the tight end. From the 37 now, throws this one, and it's caught by Payne again. A first down into the red zone. Brian Buffelli hooks up with Trent Payne. At the 18-yard line now, Buffelli throws this one underneath, and it's caught by DeBerry. A pickup of 8 yards to the 10-yard line. An excellent possession for New Mexico State. DeBerry up the middle, and he scores. New Mexico State has tied this game up. And the home crowd here in Utah, they're shocked. They are shocked by what they are seeing. Logan, Utah is silent at the moment, as Daniel Jones will field this at the 3-yard line, takes it to the right, loses the football, and it is recovered by Antoine Darby. Disaster for Utah State, as Blunt takes it to the outside now, fighting through contact and has a first down carry, a pickup of 12. Pistol set now, pressure from the Aggies, throwing the deep ball. It's a step and it's overthrown. Tyquan Garrett had a step, and Anthony Tobin continues to miss these deep balls. As Xavier Blunt will take this for a yard, and Darrell Ferkser shaken up. He will not return to the game. It's J.J. Gessner, the receiver, converted to tight end, as Tobin's taken down for a loss. George Rojas on the sack, and New Mexico State takes possession. Here is the second running back in the game now. It's Lonnie Corner, and there's also going to be a holding on the play. New Mexico State will be backed up. 2nd and 16 now. It's DeBerry back in the game. A nice little cut and a huge gain, a pickup of 12. DeBerry with 38 yards rushing. They go with the draw on 3rd and 4, and DeBerry with another cut and a first down. This is a 65 overall running back, causing problems. As here's the screen now to Corner, and he's going to pick up 7 yards. Corner's like a 64 overall. And New Mexico State is driving again. 3rd and 3. Here comes pressure, and B.J. Garrison gets the sack. And that's going to force New Mexico State to have to punt the ball away. It was an excellent drive, though. Xavier Blunt will take this one and pick up 6 yards. Trying to get the running game started here to begin the season has been an issue, as Blunt will pick up 3 yards this time. 3rd and 1 now, pistol set, as they give it to Blunt up the middle, and he has a first down. It should not take you three runs in a row to pick up a first down. Play fake this time. Tobin sets up the deep ball. Truan's open, but it's intercepted. New Mexico State with the interception, and that is an excellent play made by the safety. That right there is just unlucky. Dustin Bragg, the senior safety, played that ball like a center fielder running down a fly ball in center field. As New Mexico State will take possession, and that's an excellent play by Monte Khan. That'll back him up. Later brings up 3rd and 12. Buffelli pressure, and he's going down again. It's Dylan Garrison and Juan Lima who cleans it up, as Utah State will get the football back at the 47-yard line. Setting up the screen now to Deshaun Layman, and he's going to pick up decent yardage. 3rd and 3 upcoming. Here is Tobin. The outright is intercepted again, as this one's taken across midfield inside the 40-yard line. I tried to say Anthony Tobin with the out route. J.J. Gessner was the intended receiver, or tight end, I should say. And Brett O'Brien. And New Mexico State now with 2 interceptions. And they have the football in Utah State territory. A good run of 6 yards now to Lonnie Corner. Would later bring up 3rd down and 3. Utah State showing pressure. Corner has a first down carry. But unfortunately, New Mexico State continues to shoot themselves in the foot. It's another holding call. 3rd and 11 now for Buffelli, as it's a 4-man rush for Utah State. Buffelli, and this one is dropped. Intended for Darren Britt. He had his hands on it, just couldn't corral it. So that forces a punt. Utah State takes possession as Deshaun Layman takes it up the middle for a first down. Layman has probably been the best running back on roster so far, as Tobin will get out of the pocket, and Zach Qualls is open across midfield inside the 40-yard line, and a late hit out of bounds that's not called. Tight formation now. Tobin underneath, caught by Zach Truan, and he's going to outrun the entire defense. A touchdown for Utah State. That right there is just getting the ball to your playmakers in space. That pass was no more than 3 yards downfield, and Zach Truan took it the rest of the way. It's a 96-speed receiver, excellent blocking, poor angles, and that's a touchdown for Utah State. They have a 14-7 lead. Buffelli in the New Mexico State offense takes possession as that one's caught by Britt, breaking tackles and picks up a first down. But he is shaken up at the end of that one. Second down now, throw across the middle, and it's dropped. He was open. Brian Buffelli is doing an excellent job so far. On 3rd and 10, they hand it to DeBerry, and he's going to pick up 8 yards. As Britt shaken up again, but New Mexico State will have to punt it away. And that is Steve Ellis standing at his own 19-yard line, takes it to the left, and picks up maybe 3 yards on the return. As Utah State will take possession, as it's 2nd and 10, Tobin steps up in the pocket, and Anthony Tobin scrambles for a first down. C.J. Whiting out there at running back now with the obvious passing downs, as this one's caught by Tyquan Garrett, picks up 4 yards. From the 42-yard line, Tobin throws underneath, caught by J.J. Gessner, and he's going to pick up 5 yards. 3rd and 1 upcoming for Utah State, as they will give this one to C.J. Whiting to the outside. Whiting with a juke move and a first down to the 39-yard line. 38 seconds remaining in the first half. Tobin throws, and it's caught by Tyquan Garrett. Utah State moves into the red zone at the 12-yard line now, as it's a fake to Whiting, throws to the outside. Gessner with the reception and picks up 6 yards. 19 seconds remaining in the first half. Whiting up the middle, fights his way down to the 1-yard line. Utah State will take their second timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Tobin gets out of the pocket, looks for the corner, and he has it. Utah State will score. It's 21-7, and that will close out the first half. We have not seen Stephen Beebe in this game yet. Remember at the end of the last episode I told you might see Stephen Beebe, but we just haven't seen him yet. Anthony Tobin with 2 interceptions. I want to work these kinks out. He's a redshirt freshman. I think you guys might have gotten used to what you saw last year out of Jeremiah Tobias, where he was just extremely accurate. We're trying to work out the kinks, but Stephen Beebe will see the field now as we begin the second half. And it's Artie Burks at running back now as we search for the true number 1 answer at running back, as Stephen Beebe will pick up a first down. Maybe that's your answer at running back. Just kidding. As we go, Artie Burks up the middle, breaks a tackle and picks up 6 yards. Artie Burks, a senior now, and he's had pretty good development throughout his career, and he's pretty speedy. As he picks up the first down, Brett O'Brien, who had the interception earlier, will have to leave the game. Play fake now. Beebe gets out of the pocket. Looks like Truan's open, but he decides not to throw it. A little bit of hesitation out of Stephen Beebe. 3rd and 6 now as he throws it underneath. This time Zach Truan will catch it, and he has a first down. As Demarius Ahmad will leave the game now. Utah State has seen a couple of guys get injured in this game. Beebe gets out of the pocket, has space, and Stephen Beebe slides down after picking up a first down and much more. Utah State into the red zone. Here's a screen to the outside. Nice juke move by Garrett. And he's taken down inside the 5. 1st and goal upcoming. Artie Burks the running back, and he scores. Utah State opens the second half with a scoring drive as a senior running back, Artie Burks, with the touchdown. Here is Buffelli at the 25-yard line. All day to throw, and wide open, a pickup of 9 yards. At the 34-yard line now, they give this one a corner, and he's taken down for a loss. It's the slot corner, Mike Perkins, on the TFL. 3rd and 6 now. Buffelli in the pocket, throws to the outside, wide open for a first down. Christian Stuckey in man coverage, probably not the right move. As here's a broken play now. Buffelli with a first down and more. Pat Snow shaken up on the play, but a broken play turns into a first down run. Here is DeBerry up the middle. Nice little run by DeBerry. And another penalty on this New Mexico State offensive line. The problems continue for the Aggies. 3rd and 15. Pressure in his face. Throws underneath, and it's dropped by DeBerry. And New Mexico State will have to punt it away. Here's a little pitch to Daniel Jones now as he has space to the outside. Jones with his speed picks up a first down. His first carry of the game. Anthony Tobin is back out there now. 1st and 10 at the 22. Throws to the outside. It's intercepted again. New Mexico State with their third interception of the game, and they're inside the 10-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle from Tyquan Garrett. But this one right here, trying to throw the comeback route to Truin. And I think Truin just maybe ran the route a little too long. 3rd and goal now, throw to the outside, and it's caught for a touchdown. New Mexico State makes it a 28-14 game. As Stephen Beebe will come back in the game, throws underneath on 3rd down, and it's caught by Zach Qualls for a 1st down. Man in motion is Truin. They're going to throw it out to him and nearly intercepted. That would have been disaster. As they'll give it to Daniel Jones on 2nd and 10. He has space to the outside, and he picks up a 1st down. Ball security was an issue for him earlier in the game. Finally getting a chance as they swing it out to him now. Jones with a 1st down reception as he takes it to the 32-yard line. Play clock winding down now. Sets up the bubble screen. Zach Qualls in space. Qualls inside the 20. As Utah State knocking on the door now. Stephen Beebe, 3rd down and 2. Jones up the middle. Touchdown, Utah State. That's a good response after throwing the interception. It is 35-14 now. Utah State with the lead. The number 1 Aggies maybe a little bit of cold feet entering this game, but they are putting together a decent performance overall as Antoine Darby with the pass breakup. The redshirt freshman didn't really get the greatest development in the offseason. 3rd and 10 now to the outside, and Steve Ellis with excellent coverage forces a punt. Anthony Tobin back out there at quarterback. Deshaun Layman up the middle, picks up 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and long. Here comes pressure. Tobin to the outside, and it's caught by Truin. The only thing you can do is just work on the chemistry. And that's what Utah State's trying to do here. Anthony Tobin to the outside now. A 1st down carry to the 31. As they fake the pitch to Layman now. Tobin sets up the deep ball. Gessner's open, and he scores. Utah State with another touchdown. It's 42-14. And I think that right there was an excellent bounce back there for Anthony Tobin. You got to just work on the chemistry with these receivers. 3 interceptions. One of them I wouldn't say is your fault. It was just an excellent play made by the safety. The other 2, maybe your fault, but maybe it could just be that you don't have that chemistry with your receivers yet. 42-14, New Mexico State just trying to pat some stats here and see what they can figure out about their team. As here's the throw to the outside, and it's a 1st down to the 40-yard line. Antoine Darby in coverage. At the 40, 1st and 10 now. Here is Buffelli to the outside, and that's an excellent catch by Darren Britt. Inside the 20-yard line, 4th and 4 now underneath, and it's caught for a 1st down. Trent Payne on the reception. 2nd and goal at the 6. Here is some pressure, and it's Lampman with the sack. The backups are now in out there for Utah State. We haven't seen the D-line rotation that I would like to see in this game. Throw to the outside is caught by Britt. 4th and goal upcoming for New Mexico State. From the 4-yard line, Buffelli throws it to nobody, and that's a turnover on downs as Utah State looks to end this game. Deshaun Layman now, a carry to the outside, picks up a 1st down. It's maybe just trying to figure out, is Deshaun Layman your number 1 running back moving forward? As you give it to him again, Layman with another 1st down carry, 85 yards on the game, as that will officially end it. 42-14. I don't know. It didn't feel like that's what the score should be. It felt like the score was more so like 21-14. I think it was just a case of having cold feet. And realistically, it was 3 bad plays the entire game. 3 interceptions. Other than that, I think that we played really well on offense. The defense, other than 1 long completion to Trent Payne, played really well at the same time. I was really surprised by their running back, Paul DeBerry, because he's a low overall running back, but he looked really good. It reminded me a lot of what we saw out of Johnny Santee early in his career. 3 interceptions, and I'm not willing to make a change at quarterback. We saw how well Anthony Tobin played in the game against Oregon, where he completed 75% of his passes for over 300 yards. I don't think there's a need to replace him with the alternative in Stephen Beebe. I mean, Stephen Beebe was only 60% completion percentage and 6.8 yards per completion. So I'm not going to make a change after one performance. We do have another test coming up, though, on the road against Arkansas, and I think that's a huge test for a quarterback like Anthony Tobin. He will continue to start, like I said, but it's also, we got to figure out who our running back is this year, because I like Deshaun Layman, I like Xavier Blunt, and they both had they had the same amount of attempts last year and similar yardage to each other, but none of them really separated themselves. J.D. Skillen had 17 pancake blocks in this game. But like I said, I'm looking for a running back who's going to separate himself from the bunch and really become that number one guy for us. Looking at recruiting, Larry Pinion could potentially be that guy in the future, but Oregon is making some strides in that battle. It's moving along so fast that it just feels like it's going to be wrapped up pretty quick this year. And looking at recruiting, there's a couple of things to talk about. Dallas Finley, Oregon's making a push. I really don't like him all that much. I like Carl Lobato a lot more. So I'm going to drop Dallas Finley off of my board. Lobato will get the points. Larry Pinion is very close to his top 3 already. We can't schedule a week 4 visit because Oregon has one in the books. It really feels like we're going to go to week 4, that bye week after the game against Arkansas, and we're going to lose Larry Pinion. We are going to hard sell Sunday bound and hope that can do something for us. But it does feel like we're going to lose him. Derek Haslam, we're now in first place for the number 1 high school recruit, a free safety. Troy Cook's in a battle against Oregon and Washington, and we have enough information that we can figure out what his main 3 pitches are, so we will hard sell. I just hope it's not a bad decision, seeing as how Athletic Facilities is at a D, and that's one of his top interests. We're also going to get him coming in on a visit against Cal, where we're going to pitch Pro Prestige, and we're going to hope that we can beat out Oregon and Washington in that battle. A 3-interception game for Anthony Tobin. I think he'll bounce back. He's going to remain the starter. I think it was just a case of a little bit of bad luck. You're playing against a team that's not all that great, so you're just trying to figure out what you got, try to build that chemistry with your receivers. You can't sweat it. Dylan Garrison with 3 sacks so far in the year has been our number 1 pass rusher. But we have a huge challenge upcoming on the road as we head to Fayetteville, Arkansas to take on 19th ranked Arkansas. They suffered a loss to Wyoming, so they are angry and they're looking to get back in the win column. You guys will watch this one in a live stream on Monday. So stay tuned, probably at around 1 p.m. Eastern again. But you will see this game right here in a live stream. And I do suspect you'll see the Cal game as well in that same live stream. So join me then. I hope to see you guys there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.